everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I have another haul of Temu goodies to share with you, so I hope you guys will stick around to the end. Before we get started, I did just want to kind of give a little bit of a heads up as to where I'm at right now. I'm starting to get a little tired of Temu. I don't know if you guys are feeling that way. Just scrolling and looking at the stuff, I'm just finding it harder to find things that I'm interested in trying. So yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling. Are you kind of feeling that way too? I know there's a lot of people in the US who, between when the tariffs first came out and issues that they were having with trying to order from Temu and stuff, I feel like things just sort of changed a bit. So I feel like that's going to happen again. I believe there's maybe more tariffs coming or being reinstated, maybe the end of August, I think it is, I've heard. So again, I think it's going to really impact, whether people are shopping Temu and whether there's even any interest in watching Temu hauls. So please let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about that, if you're still wanting to see Temu hauls. I am wanting to switch to doing some more crafting type stuff, so probably on a different channel. I will decide that for sure and let you know in a future video, but yeah, I would like some thoughts from you guys on how you feel about Temu these days and whether or not you're kind of getting tired of it or not. So all right, we will pretty much go ahead and get right into it. Just quickly before, everything will be listed down in my description box like I usually do. All right, let's get started. The first item that I received as a free gift, and I had chosen this wireless video doorbell. If you want to purchase it right now, it is $16. Before I kind of finish off that, somebody in my comments of my last video had asked how I get free gifts. So generally when I've gotten them, they will just sort of pop up as a promo for me. But if something doesn't pop up, there are different codes that you can search in the search bar. So like the one that I use when I can sometimes get the up to 90% off coupon, that code is discount 777. Now that one hasn't been working for me lately. It just says that event has ended. The other one that gets a free gift usually I don't know what it means, what it stands for, but it is CJ Picks, and that one is still working for me. So if I type that into the search bar, it will come up and I can pick one free gift with a purchase of a certain amount. I think it's usually around $40. So that is a way to potentially get some free gifts. I know there are other codes out there. I know in the US they talk about calendar 1000. That has never been available to me. Anytime I've tried typing it in, it just says it's not available. But there's like daily free, credit back. There's different things like that you can search and potentially end up into a little event where you're either getting something free, you get credit back based on how much you order, just different things like that. So be sure to give some of those codes a try and see whether or not you can get any of them to work for you. All right, sorry. I guess I'm chatty today. So back to the video doorbell. This is available in black or white. I got the black one. It is rechargeable, so it does come with the little cord. It comes with a little instruction booklet. It is rechargeable. It has two-way audio. It has motion sensor, and it has night vision. So I have not tried this out because I didn't know it at the time when I ordered it, but this will only work on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connections. And our connection is a 5 gigahertz. Now I haven't looked into, because some routers you can set that, you can change it. So I haven't looked at ours because quite frankly I don't want to go down to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection, because then it will just be slower. So unfortunately I'll be sending this back because it's not going to work with our Wi-Fi. But if there's anybody out there who has 2.4 gigahertz and you're interested in this, I will go over some of the features. It has 38 different ring sounds that you can pick from. It has 3 volume levels. It has a 100-foot wireless range, and it has a setting on here. You can download an app. It has in the little pamphlet, as well as here on the box, there's a QR code for you to download an app. So when someone rings the doorbell, it will pop up in the app, notification will pop up, and you can actually speak to the person through your phone. And it actually has an option where you can do a voice change. So if you were home, if you're female, home alone, and some creepy looking person comes to your door, you can actually change it to make your voice sound like you're a man. Just, if that is something that you feel will make you feel safer. So yeah, it has that feature on there too. As I said, it's not going to work for me, so I unfortunately haven't had a chance to try it out to let you know how it works. When I first turned it on, it did say something. I didn't even catch what it said. So I can't say the audio on it was the best, and I can't tell you about the quality of picture that you're getting through it, but it's not a super expensive video camera or video doorbell, so I can't imagine it's fabulous. But if it's what you can afford and you want to have the security of having a video doorbell, I think it would be worth a shot if it works with your Wi-Fi connection. Alright, the next item that I chose was a soap dispenser. I paid $11.21 for this. The current price for it is $17.16. The listing did have 4 different options on it. There were 2 different color options. You could get black or you could get white, and then in each of the colors you could choose whether you wanted a dispenser for liquid soap or for foaming soap. I chose the black color, and I also chose one for foaming soap. It is rechargeable, so it does come with a little charging cord. You get your little instructions, and then you can either just sit it on your counter, or it did come with a little adhesive thing that then would sit, the dispenser would sit in that and hang on the wall. The power button is just here on the nozzle, and when you turn it on, you have the option of 4 different levels of the amount of soap it will dispense. So when you turn it on, it's at 1. Just press the button again, it will go to 2, press it again, it will go to 3, press it again, it will go to 4. The display does also show the battery charge. So, there. It goes away so quick. I'm trying to show. Nope. There. Just flashes quickly on the screen. I hope you saw it. So yeah, you just press that to turn it on, and then once it is on, just putting your hand underneath it will dispense the soap. So it seems like a pretty good size as far as the amount it will hold. It says it will hold 14.2 ounces. And to fill it up, you just are going to twist the top and take it out, and then just pour the soap in here, and then you just twist it back to close it up again. The next item I got is for using with polymer clay. Sorry to those of you that don't like the craft stuff, but it is a leaf and flower clay stamps, as well as a cutter. I got this for $5.48. I did get a price adjustment right now to buy it. It is $6.06. It is a 7-piece set, so it does come with an arch cutter, and that is about 1.57 inches tall and an inch in width. And then you have the 6 stamps. So 3 of them are leaves, and 3 of them are flower stamps. So you would just cut your clay with this and then put your stamp in there, and the stamp is just puts an impression in the clay. It doesn't like cut all the way through to the bottom of the clay. So yeah, super happy to have them. I think that's going to make some really cute earrings. I should say it did not come in this container. It did just come in a bag, and I happened to have this container around and just put them in there for the sake of showing them. The next item that I got was some more clay cutters. They are a Boho clay cutter set. I got these as a free gift. Currently to buy them, they are $9.43, and it is a 6-piece set. And that is what they look like. So in the set, you get 2 that are completely unique ones. So there is this one here, and then also this one. Then you have 2 that are pretty similar, if not identical. Okay, they're not the exact same. This, because they're different sizes, but this one has like 4 leaves to it, or petals, and whereas this one has 5. But pretty similar. And then you have these 2 here, which are the same but mirror image. So yeah, I think those are all super cute. I do really like the mirror image ones. I think that that's kind of nice when you can do that with your earrings and have, you know, so that they mirror image each other. Not sure what this is about. Alright, so next we have another boho style cutter. This one was $3.21. I did get some price adjustments. Currently it is $2.74, so a really good deal on it. This was the only cutter available on the listing I purchased it from, and it is 1.4 inches in size. Thought this one was really pretty. Liked it so much that apparently I ordered it again. So I have a second one that has arrived, which I guess I will return because I don't really need 2. But yeah, super nice cutter. Alright, and another cutter that I got was one that is a bow cutter. I paid $2.87 for this. I did get some price adjustments. Right now it is $3.81 for the one that I got. The listing did have 2 different styled bows on the listing. So this one is a 3-piece set. And that is it there. And then the other one was a 2-piece set, and it is currently $4.18. So for this one here, you use this piece to cut the, you know, the rounded parts of the bow. And then this piece here is for the ribbon part that would be hanging down. And then you have the cutter for the middle part that would wrap around the bow. So yeah, super cute. The next item I got is a set of drinking glasses. They are called retro embossed glasses. I paid $32 for the set of 4. I did get some price adjustments. Right now to buy a set of 4 of the size that I got is $29.13. So the listing did have them available in 2 different sizes. So these are a 300 ml size, and then they also had a 180 ml size. So the 180 ml size is the same diameter as this, it's just shorter. So this tall one here is 5.4 inches, and then the smaller one is 3.5 inches tall. Then on the listing it did also have the option of buying a set of 4 or a set of 6. So prices vary depending on the size of the glasses you're getting as well as the quantity of them. I previously got a set of these glasses. I thought they were identical when I bought these ones. They are really, really nice. I've since found out that the ones that I got before were actually 400 mils and these ones are 300 mil, but I don't care. These are just really nice glasses. They're nice and heavy, you know, really good. I like the texture on them. I find that, you know, if you have a glass that is really smooth and you've got a cold drink in it and it starts, the glass starts to sweat, it can be quite slippery. So I actually really like the embossed surface of this because it makes it like easier to grip hold of, as well as just the design that it goes in a little bit there, that you can have your finger down there, and yeah, it's just really nice. I think they're super, super pretty. I love the design on them, and yeah, so definitely would recommend these. The next item that I got is a thermal print eraser pen. This is it here. I paid $1.44 for this. It is currently $1.83 for one. The listing did also have the option of buying 2 for $3.14 or a quantity of 3 for $4.15. Honestly, I probably would have bought more if I'd known that it was going to work as well as it does, but I didn't, so I only bought the one, but I will definitely be buying more. But yeah, so just when you get, like if you get your Temu package, the labels that they use for sending their stuff or the labels on packages of the items, they are generally thermal printed labels. So with this, you just, I've got one of the labels here. So with this, you just draw on it. Let me do it on my desk so that I'm actually leaning on it. As you can see, then it just disappears, gets rid of the ink. So yeah, super good. I mean, if you have stuff that's coming to you and it has a thermal label on there and you want to remove your personal information, your name, your address, anything like that, these are really, really handy to have, and for under a couple of dollars, I think that's really great. So yeah, definitely like these, definitely recommend them, and I'm going to be buying more. The next item that I got is just a jewelry polishing cloth. This is it here. I paid $1.65 for this. I did get a price adjustment. Right now to get the one that I got, it is $1.99. There were 2 different sizes available on the site or on the listing. 7.5 by 7.9 or 9.8 by 12.2, and then they had it in the dark gray color I got or a light gray color. So this is the smaller of the two, and yeah, pretty good size in my opinion. It has an inner white layer here, so this is like actually kind of separate. It's just attached down the middle part here. So the inner white layer is, it says you can use that with a cleaning product to clean your jewelry, and then the outer gray part is for polishing it to get, you know, the shine back up once you've done your cleanings. The next item that I got is called a clay punching tool. I paid $10.76 for this. I did get a price adjustment. Current price for it is $11.89, and this is it here. Now, it was listed on the Temu website as a brand name of, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it was Keoker, I'm not sure, it's Keoker, and they have this exact same tool listed under the brand, that same brand on Amazon for $35. Now, I do know that the brand has come out with a newer version of this tool that is supposed to maybe work a little bit better, but I had already ordered this at the time, so maybe that's why Temu has them on there. They're trying to clear out older stock, I'm not sure. But it is just a tool for helping you when you're drilling holes into your polymer clay. So I had previously bought this one off of Temu, and I like it, except that I find it kind of hard sometimes to get the drill bit to stay where I want it to be, with it just being kind of open. Now, I do like the fact that this one has a tray underneath, so it does catch the, I don't know if you can see in there that there's like little bits of clay from when I drilled holes. But this one doesn't have that, so it would just be coming out underneath. It does somewhat fit on this one. So I could just sit it over top of it. It is a little bit smaller, but I could do that so that it will catch some of it anyway. And you just put your earring or whatever piece of clay it is on and line it up like so, and then you have a little guide hole for drilling through, and you can adjust this so it has these, just loosen these little knobs so you can slide this as you need to. If it is a piece that's maybe a little bit different and having it on the bottom part doesn't really work, then you can put it up the top part here underneath, and then you have a whole row of holes there for lining up your jewelry piece with to drill your holes. As well as that, it did come with these little spacers. So they are just like little plastic washers that came with it, and for those you would just remove the black handle part here and put them underneath it so that it's going to keep it up higher. Well, I guess it would go underneath the guide. So you would take this off, lift up the guide, put the spacer beads under, spacer rings underneath, tighten it back down, and then you could be drilling through a thicker piece of clay. So each of these is 2 millimeters in thickness, so it's probably about what it is right now. Yeah, so it's probably already up about 2 millimeters, so then you could add 1 and go to 4 millimeters, add 2, go to 6 millimeters, or add 3 and go up to 8 millimeters thick for drilling through. So thought that was super good, and then it did also come with a little drill bit, which I already had some, but it's kind of nice that they supply that with it. So yeah, super happy with that. The next item I got is called a stud post embedding tool. This is what it looks like here. I paid $2.76 for this with an up to 90% off coupon. Right now to buy it, it is $9.05. Try not to drop it. So it is an 11-piece set, and you get this piece here, which mine is broken. Not sure if I'll return it or not based off of that, but this is like a little guide. It is 1.5 millimeters in thickness. So what you do is you take your piece of clay, have it in the middle of this, and roll it out so that you have a consistent thickness of 1.5 millimeters. And then depending on the size of the stud that you are, or stud post that you are working with, you have different sizes of cutters here. So for instance, if the part of the stud was 3 millimeters in diameter, you would be using the one that has the 3. So you would cut out your, basically kind of like a little donut shape. So it cuts out a circle with a hole in the middle with that. Make sure this focuses on it. So you would cut that out, get a little like donut shape with a hole in the middle. You put that over top of the post of your earring, and then you use this and you put that over top the hole of the earring and push down on the clay, and what it does is it smushes it down to attach it to the actual earring, so that once you are done and you've baked it, that you have a nice seamless looking back to your earring, because the stud part has been covered with clay, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't and you're interested, I will make a video using it probably on a different channel. The next item that I got is an acrylic rolling pin, and this is it here. I paid $5.17 for this. I did get some price adjustments. Currently it is $5 for the size that I got, which is the small size, and it is 3.9 inches wide. You can also get it in a larger size. The larger one is 5.9 inches wide, so yeah, a couple of inches wider than this, maybe about there. So it is a acrylic roller. The metal here, the handle here is made of metal. And yeah, I just got this for if I'm using clay and I want to use a texture plate, or even just some people will use something like this to press their cutters into their clay. They're just something to, give them something to push down with rather than just their fingers. So yeah. The next item I got was a stainless steel rolling pin, and this is it here. I got this for $1.91. I did get a price adjustment. Right now it is $2.14 for the smaller size, which is what I got, and this is 7.9 inches in length. They do also have a medium length one, which is 9.8 inches, and that is currently $2.34, or a large one, which is 11.8 inches, and that one is $2.44. So this is mainly shown online if you're doing baking type stuff, but I had read or heard somewhere that using a stainless steel rolling pin with clay usually works better. Like a lot of people will have issues of clay sticking to an acrylic roller, so supposedly stainless steel will work better. It won't stick, so I'm hoping that is the case. And yeah, it is super lightweight. It's not like a solid. It has ends on it, like it's not just like completely, well, it is hollow, but it has an end on it. But just so you don't think that this is just a solid piece of steel, it's not. It is hollow. It's very lightweight. The next item that I got is a silicone mold for making little clay leaves. This is what it looks like. I paid $2.51 for this. It did get a price adjustment. Right now it is $3.08 to buy it. The listing had 4 different mold options on it. There was obviously the leaf one that I got. Then there was one that it was called Little Flowers. It was basically just, I think, kind of like the bud part of a flower. And then there was one that said flowers, which were flowers that had like a stem. And then they also had one that had butterflies. And this is 2.4 inches tall, 2.7 inches wide. I will say that the listing I purchased this from, there was, I think, only 1 review. I didn't notice this until after the fact, after purchasing it. But the person's review was a 1-star review and said that they had a heck of a time getting the clay to actually stay in the mold when they were trying to press the clay into it. So I know with another silicone mold that I had gotten, I was kind of experiencing the same sort of issue where it would stick to my finger more than it was sticking to the silicone, which silicone's meant to be non-stick, so kind of makes sense. But this person, the review said that they could not get anything, the clay to stay in here. So hopefully it will work. If I struggle with it a lot, I will be sure to update you. If I manage to make it work, then you'll probably see me using it in a craft video if you come and watch some of my craft videos. The next item I got, which is also the last craft item, so hopefully you're still with me. This is a silicone flower petal mold. So this is what it looks like here. I paid $1.25. It is currently $1.47. It is a 2-piece set, and the pieces is 1.7 inches tall, 1.3 inches in width, and they're smooth on the back surface, and then on the front surface they have like a texture. So they're meant for if you want to add some texture to petals. So you would cut out your clay and then put it on here and then squish this together, and then when you pull it apart, then you're going to have a bit of a texture that has been applied to the petals. The next item I got is just a Velcro roller. I paid $1.39 for this. It is currently $1.72 for the size that I got, which is 1.97 inches in diameter. The listing did also have one that was 1.2 inches in diameter for $1.43, or 1.6 inches in diameter for $1.39. So I had previously bought on another haul some Velcro rollers, but once I got them I realized these were way too small. So I have a really hard time getting my bangs to stay curled, so I thought I would give one of these a try. The next item that I got was a Catkin BB Cream. This is the packaging here. I paid $6.13 for this. I did get it with an up to 90% off coupon, because right now the price for this is $21.01. It is available in 4 different colors on the listing. There's natural, ivory, vanilla, and buff. I got the natural color. So here is what the compact looks like. So super, super pretty. I really like it. And it is similar to other BB creams that I have gotten more recently off of Temu. But yeah, it is just, it's really, really pretty. It's got a nice mirror on the top here. And then it has a lid here that you pop open. This did have a seal on it that I peeled off. You got your little makeup sponge. So yeah, super happy with that. And then I didn't even realize it when I had ordered this, but it does come with a replacement one, so that when you're finished with the one, you can just pop it out and put a new one in. So that was a nice surprise for me because, like I said, I had no idea when I ordered it that that was the case. As far as BB creams go, I will say I definitely feel like this is a bit thicker than other BB creams I've gotten from Temu. It's kind of the reason I wanted to try it. I have gotten other Catkin makeup off of Temu and I've liked the quality of them. I've thought that they've been good. And I do find some of their BB creams are very, very sheer. So this one being a fair bit more expensive than what a lot of them are, I wanted to give it a try to see whether it was better or whether it was just similar to the other ones. And I definitely think this one provides more coverage. So I do really like it. I'm not a huge makeup person, as I've said numerous times in the past. So I probably would never pay $21 for it. But for someone who does buy makeup, I think you would be completely happy with the quality of this. And, you know, it's like so pretty, the case. I think it's so pretty. I think you'd be happy with it. I'm just cheap. It's that Scottish blood in me. I like to get bargains. So yeah, getting it with the coupon, I was good with it. But I couldn't do the $20 for it. The next item that I got was a cherry print nightgown. I paid $12.04 for this. It is still $12.04. This was the only color and pattern on the listing. It is plus size, available in 0XL to 4XL. I got the 3XL size. The material is 95% polyester, 5% elastane. It is not the material I was expecting it to be at all. Most of the t-shirts that I've gotten off of Temu have been 95% polyester, 5% elastane. And generally they're soft and kind of just feel like a regular sort of t-shirt material. So that's what I was expecting from this. This is not like that. This is more blouse-like material. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but yeah, it's definitely more like a blouse material, which I just was not expecting at all. I did try it on, so I will insert the clip here of the try on so you can see how it fits in the length. I do like it on, and I do like the length is good. I'm just not sure about this material. I will also mention it has, at the front here, there is 2 layers of the material. The inner layer does have little pads sewn into it, so it's not, you could remove it if you wanted to go ahead and rip out all the stitches of it, but it's not like just easily like pull it out if you wanted to do that. So I'm sure there's probably some people that would appreciate it having that in there just for modesty's sake and a little bit of coverage, but it doesn't hold you in. It's just strictly for coverage. So I mean, I don't particularly mind it. I also wouldn't have minded it if it hadn't been in there. And if they were easily removable, I probably would just have taken them out. But yeah, I'm not sure. It felt better on than I was expecting it. I just thought it felt a little rough and it just wasn't what I was expecting. Like I said, I just really thought it was going to be more like the t-shirt, Temu t-shirt type material, not like a blousey kind of material. But I can at the same time see it maybe feeling cooler because of the material. So I'm not 100% sure on this one. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I do think it's kind of cute. So yeah. The next item that I got was a pair of black jeans. I paid $36.73 for these. I did get a small price adjustment. They are currently $35.99. The listing has them in the black color that I got. They are also available in a blue denim. They are plus sizes, available in 1XL through 5XL, and I got the 3XL. These are actually a repeat purchase. I bought these a few videos back. I'm not exactly sure how many back, and I bought the 4X size, and I just felt like they were too big. They just were a bit loose in the waist, and I just felt like, you know, with them already being loose when I had just put them on, that after wearing them for a few hours that they probably would just be constantly like falling and I'd have to keep hiking them up. So didn't want to do that. So I returned them, ordered the smaller size, and I am happy with these. you will see them on me in the try on. I feel like they fit well. I actually feel like these ones seem higher waisted than the other ones, but maybe it's because these ones fit better, and so when I pull them up they stay, whereas the other ones were just kind of loose. But yeah, super happy. This material is 63% cotton, 30% polyester, 5% viscose, and 2% elastane. So they are kind of ankle length or capri length pants. They have 2 pockets on the front, kind of patch pockets. They also have pockets on the back. They are a button up and zip at the fly. And yeah, nice, super comfortable. They are more of a wide leg, which I really, really like, but really nice material. They have a good stretch to them. You know, they're not like super, super heavy and rigid kind of jeans. They are a nice material, so definitely recommend these. I know $36 on Temu sounds like a lot, but yeah, I definitely think these are worth it. The last item for today is a crochet top. I got this for $6.34. I'm not sure if that was enough to 90% off or what, how I got it that price. Right now to buy it, it is $14.04. And this is what it looks like. It was only available in this color, so it didn't have a color name, but I imagine if they were going to call it something, they'd call it apricot. It is plus sizes, available in 0XL to 3XL. I got the 3XL. It's 100% polyester knit, and there is a closer look at the material. I will show you an on try on clip. I'm not 100% sure on this one. I kind of do like it. I liked it on the listing in the photos. It did say on the listing, didn't notice until after I purchased it, but it did say on the listing that it was off the shoulder, and so after I had ordered it and then I noticed it said that, I was like, I don't think I want that, because I typically wouldn't wear something off the shoulder. So I really was not expecting to like it at all. And then when I got it, I also wasn't really sure, just the material. I'm just, just a little unsure of it. But then when I put it on for the try on, I kind of liked it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think of this. Should I be keeping it or should I be sending it back? I don't know. The material feels nice and soft. It feels like pretty good quality for, what it is. I mean, obviously there's holes all over it because it's crochet, but yeah, no, I'm not sure. I kind of think I like it, but sometimes I just don't trust my own judgment. I'm not the most fashionable, so please let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this, if I should hang on to it or not. So I'm just popping in here just to add in that I did receive some friend mail this week from Tina from Trendy True North. So I thought I would let you guys see what I got. So it was really sweet of her to send this stuff over for me. So I appreciate it so much, Tina. Thank you. And yeah, she sent me a little card. I'm not going to open that on camera though. So then we got some treats. We got some Kona Crunch chocolate covered macadamia nuts with Rice Crisp. That sounds yummy. And then this one is Hawaiian Sun Island Traditions chocolate covered macadamia nuts. Again, sounds yummy. Then I got this cute little Labubu bag. Isn't that adorable? I know there's so many of you who don't care about these silly Labubus, but I just think they're adorable. Aww. And a little Labubu pen. How cute is that? What else was in here? Oh, we got a Sakura mud mask. That'll be nice. And some cute little Labubu stickers. And then I got some more of these pens. I'm not sure if these are pens or pencils. But more Labubu. Let's have a look. Oh, these are fancy. Look at that. That's so cool. That's like squishy. I think it's a pen. Got a little nib on it, so which I can't get off. Yes, it's a pen. So in that package I got 4 of these pens, so those are super cute, lots of colors. And then in here, I know what this is. Tina renewed her vows with her husband. They've been married 10 years and they decided to renew their vows. And these are little keychains that Tina had gotten to give to guests. So it has a little tree on here. Oops. It has a little tree. And then this little part here, which says on it, never underestimate the difference you made in the lives you touched. So that is super cute. Very happy to have a little thing to commemorate her vow renewal, so that is super nice. Thank you so much, Tina. Alright, so thank you so much for coming and joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you are still here and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the weekend, and we will see you next time. Bye.